from Richmond, Virginia, a redshirt freshman.
Play action. He's got time. He's got a man. Looks deep, has pressure. Has a man. And it's complete. Wilson to the end zone. Wilson, touchdown. See the first down line. They've got the first and then some straight up the middle.
Wilson gets out of the pocket, gets outside. Now has to cut back inside, heading back to the original line of scrimmage. Why not go for the end zone? Touchdown! Here's Wilson again, has a man open. This is going to be Spencer. Touchdown! Here comes Russell Wilson on the sprint. Akins in pursuit, pass complete.
You know, what's amazing about this right here is a few things. I was right here sitting on a knee when I was a young kid, and Chuck Amato and Mark Tresman, they pulled me aside and they said, hey, after everybody goes in for lunch, we want to get some extra work with you. We want to try, basically give you a little tryout thing. And I'll never forget, I was sitting right there, and I got a chance. All I need is a little bit of chance. Fast forward, I obviously got to practice here every day. This is where I learned so much. Got challenged every day when I was a young kid, 18 years old, 19, 20 years old. A lot of memories, a lot of hot days, a lot of hard work, a lot of sweat, a lot of battling. And so it's good to be back to where it all kind of started for me, in college at NC State. So I'm excited to give this speech tonight. Everything you work for, it takes a lot of practice, it takes a lot of time, it takes tons and tons of hours. So this reminds me of how many hours I put in every day. I used to run from Carter Finley Stadium in the locker room all the way over there. I used to run, felt like about a half mile, it felt like. But I used to run, 1,000 yards over here to practice every day just to get my mindset ready for practice. I'd always run here, I'd always run back. There's no other option. So I'm just grateful to be back. One of the coolest parts about this right here, I remember I pulled up to NC State when I was young. I was in high school. This is where we met for the first time to really get ready to have a conversation about me coming here. And I'll never forget that conversation. And just this is kind of the beginning of my career here in these Wolves. And then also too, I think back to my first picture day as a freshman. We had picture day here, and I just remember that experience of picture days, and just the feeling of it, the energy of the multiple picture days we had standing right here. So these Wolves, they mean something. They mean something.
Second down, Wilson rolls, throws the out pattern and has it. And again, he's got to scramble. Gets around the corner. Look out.
So what's cool about this room, this area, this lobby, we used to do media back over there. And used to be a lady over here, Miss Donna. Everybody knew Miss Donna. Miss Donna was amazing. She was the heart and soul of the whole wolf pack. She was the essence of passion, the essence of energy, the essence of goodness, hard work. I mean, Miss Donna, man, Miss Donna, I love you. My girl, you always took care of her. Let's go.
Pros. Oh, no. Oh, you guys played on the same team together?
Who?
How's your...
Yeah.
I know, I didn't know he went
He
here.
was my roommate next to me for 1 year. He was my roommate next to me.
J.R. Sweezy?
He said what? He was my roommate next to me at the UT.
That's crazy.
Well, Coach, what do you want me to do here? This is where I used to sit right here. I used to sit here for hours upon hours, and I would do meetings. And
Mask on?
yeah, I would do my meetings. I would sit here hours upon hours, and I do all my meetings, and I watch all this film. Sit right here in this seat right here. Watch film. Study, and take notes, and take notes, and take notes. Study, take notes. So this brings me back to all the fun times. My guys, Owen Spencer, Double D, J5. We had some good times in there, man. Talking ball, it's like I'm like cracking up. So yeah, this reminds me of me learning the game of football fully. What a blessing it was. So there's Bible cussing me out. It was, but man, this was something special.
Look out, Andrews with his legs. Throws a pass underhanded. They go inside, touchdown.
NC State on the board. Russell picks up a block, picks up another.
Wilson looks right, throws a dart, has it complete.
Wilson buys time, is in trouble.
To the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, NC State.
Check in right here, swipe your student card. When you swipe your card, bang, and then you get your plate.
So you would never, so when you would eat lunch, you would never, you would always like eat here versus in the other cafeteria?
Most of the time I ate here because we were always here
For
for football.
football.
And then in baseball we'd have a little cafeteria too. I typically would always sit at this table right here.
Your number?
Yeah.
That's where you were sitting.
That's this table. I was sitting right
You
here.
were sitting.
On this
I was
side.
sitting. Yeah.
I was sitting on this side, but you
You
were
were sitting on
right
that
here.
side. I was sitting there,
Yeah.
and you
But
go.
I always sit at this table.
Yeah.
This table 16.
And I had my back to everything, and you did like this.
Didi was sitting there.
The guy's walking in. He's walking there. He's
Oh.
like sagging. He's sagging. What's close? Okay. Put your pants on. He just carries on the conversation. Right? You're exactly right.
This is where I would sit every day after training, morning, night, all that. Have breakfast, lunch, and dinner right here. This would be my little spot. Sitting right across from me was Jamel Eugene and Willie Young. Willie Young, we beat Florida State. And that's where I got my nickname, Dangerous. He called me and said, man, boy, yeah. Well, like, you remember that, Didi? You remember that? He said, yeah, boy. You dangerous. That's your new nickname. You dangerous. I'll never forget that. That was my fishing partner too, man. Willie Young. That was my guy. So yeah, that was good times, man. Thinking about it all. Then remember how fast this is an important moment. In this room right here, I just got offered to come play here and everything. And I'm trying to make a decision. Take my mask off for y'all so you can hear me. And my mom, my dad, we walked out here. I'm not sure if you remember this, D. I walked out here. So I came out here with my parents and we started praying about it. We prayed right here. And if this was gonna be the place for me, whatever God had for me, that was gonna come fully to fruition. And I remember praying right here, praying in a circle and making the decision right here that I was gonna come to NC State. Yeah, I remember that meeting, I remember that moment, I remember that feeling. And looked down the field and I said, I'm gonna make this something special. I think we made it something special. So this area up here up top means something to me. I walked in this office. I was a freshman. And I sat here in this chair right here. And this is my coach's office. I sat here in this chair. He called me in. I need to talk to you. So I sat here. Yes, sir. I looked out the window and he said to me, I'm gonna move you to safety. A heart drop. And I'll never forget that moment because I didn't believe it. I wasn't gonna accept it. And I said, give me 24 hours. Give me 24 hours. That's all I asked. Give me 24 hours. He said, 24 hours for what? I said, I just need to pray about this. My dad was on his deathbed at the time and he was sick and he Give me 24 hours. So I went home, talked to my brother, prayed about it. And I came back and I sat back down in this chair and I said, Coach was super military-like, you know. And I said, Coach, I had to come in with a plan. I couldn't just come in this meeting with not a plan. I said, Coach, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna name me your starter in the next 3 days. I'm gonna be freshman, first team All-American. I'm gonna make it in the NFL. I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna play multiple Super Bowls, and I'm gonna win 3 Super Bowls. That's what's gonna happen. And I'm gonna go into the Hall of Fame. He looked at me. That was crazy. I said, okay, we'll see. Okay, we'll see.
That little dude right there. Hey! My brother.
My guy.
Yeah.
What? You want smoke?
Hey man, how you feel, baby?
Man,
Yeah,
bless.
always good to see you. Always best, no doubt.
How you been? So Smoke, my guy, you know, y'all don't understand. I mean, you used to throw me the laundry, boom,
Yep,
hit it to me.
yep.
I get my jersey, he linked me up, had my cleats ready. I had 16 long towel.
Yep.
Smoke always took care of me. But the thing about Smoke, what was amazing about him, one, he's been here for a long time, but the thing that was amazing about him, he was always, he had a heart of servitude. A heart of servitude. He always served others, man. You've always been like that, no matter if it was me as a young pup trying to figure it out, to now, to anybody who crosses you, you've always been that way. So I've always appreciated that about you. And then also too, Smoke can run a mean route now. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, boys can get open. They can't cover them. They still can't cover them. Ain't that right, Smoke?
You got it, baby. Appreciate you.
Man, that was good times.
No doubt.
Okay, I gotta show her my dad's. This is where my dad came. So this is where my played University of Miami. At home. Right here, Carter Finley Stadium. Last regular season game of my freshman year. And my dad was extremely sick. And he snuck out of the hospital. Sneaks out of the hospital, comes to the game. Late December, or November, late November I should say, probably. And so anyways, I'm trying to figure out where to put my dad because he's extremely ill. And he ends up coming up here and sits up here. Comes to the game. He sits up here. On top of this whole area up here. And he's up here and watches the game from up here. And they finally told me that, Smoke told me that my dad was up here. So your dad's up here, he's watching. And that gave me the chills, because he hadn't really been able to come to really anything yet. Because he was so sick. And so, fast forward, I ended up running a touchdown, long touchdown over his corner, kind of pointed up to him and threw a touchdown over here. We ended up winning that game. But I'll never forget, I could hear my mom and my dad trying to scream, and you could hear his raspy voice, and just the feeling of it all. So, man, Dad, I miss you. Mom, I love you. We did it, and we're doing it. And we still got more to do. I used to sneak up this little back alleyway. Smoke knows, Didi knows.
Yep.
I used to sneak up here all quiet. Let me show y'all real quick. There's these back quiet steps, and there's some steps on the front side that all the players go up. I kind of snuck up this back side to come up to Didi's. It was a long ways too, for four long floors. I come up here, man, and I look left, I look right. I just scoop right through this right here. And I would come into this office right here. And I would come into this office right here. And this is Didi's office. And Didi, I don't know if you remember, but I'd sit right here. Didi would sit there. Go on and sit there for me. I need you to sit there for me. I'd sit right here in this office. Didi and I had so many deep, long conversations about where I was going, what I could do, And Didi was the one who believed in me. He always said I believe in Russell Wilson. And still texts me to this day. But I remember we had so many emotional conversations in this room. What do you remember?
I remember the first year you came and you sat there, and you told me that OB said I can't play baseball, and you said, well, you got to agree to play baseball. And that's when I told you, I said, yeah, I played 2 sports, but I ran track and I played football. So I called one of my old teammates who was a 2nd-round pick for the Houston Astros. His name was Lloyd Meadows. So I gave you the phone and I left. And when I came back, I asked you, what did Lloyd say? And you said, Lloyd told you, don't you let that man take baseball from you. So you went back to O'Brien's office. You came back. I said, what did he say? He said, well, you have to give me 1 hour of football, pure practice. And after that, then you can play baseball. But then you also told me that he said the next year, you don't have to play spring ball. You can play all baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then that changed late in my career.
Then that changed. After he'd already told you could play that, so yeah.
Yeah, I think that for me, as I go back to it, I go back to this room. Just a lot of life decisions were made here.
Yeah.
A lot of critical decisions were made. Maybe they were made for me in a way, but there were emotional times. Being up here, crying, tearing up.
Absolutely.
Emotions get
Yeah.
deep. But it was all worth it. It was all worth it.
It's all worth it.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful for these kind of conversations. I'm grateful for this place. I'm grateful for NC State. Give me the opportunity, man. It was so much fun. So, babe, this is where you go in, get your lunch. Smoke and just throw it at me.
I grab that joint. I lose 16.
I'm 16.
Yeah.
I didn't know about 116.
Yeah, I lose 16.
Well, of course you can. Remember.
Oh, okay, yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
Did you guys typically do the numbers?
Let's go, let's walk down the steps. Just so they get experience.
All right.
And then we'll come up the
You go,
elevator.
you go to the doors, right?
No.
No.
You go out the steps and you go out?
Yeah, so I come down the steps.
In your cleats.
Yeah, I'm all uniform. Come on in. So what happened was, get ready for the game, you get your jersey on. Crowd, you can hear the band striking up. I have my cleats, you hear the little click clacking. There your cleats. Come all the way down here, you walk all these steps, and I had a 16 jersey on, had my long towel. Smoke had me ready.
With the 16-minute time.
Yep.
Still got one time.
Come all the way down here. And I'd always sing the song, Falling in Love with Jesus, on the way down. Jesus was the best thing I've ever done. This would be my walk. I keep singing the song, Fall in Love with Jesus, Fall in Love with Jesus, the best thing I've ever done. And once again, I kind of go back to that time because it was such a difficult time in my life. Because I knew my dad wasn't going to live much longer. I knew I had so much ahead of me that I wanted to do. And there were some roadblocks in the way. And I was going to have to knock them down. Right there, striking, man. would be that way. The crowd would be that way. The band would be striking up. The place would be going crazy. You know, this is where you hit the field. Boom. You hit Furry. So tonight's gonna be a special night because I've done some cool things in the stadium. Student club over there, band right here. Place going crazy. We're going out. Do a touchdown to George Bryan, that back corner against Florida State to win the game. Can't wait for tonight. Well, you remember anything crazy? Any goals for him? Give him some smoke. Give him. Well, we haven't done too crazy.
No. No, you know, and he was always a good guy to me. Always took care of me and everything, real respectful and everything. I know before games, we all have a little routine.
Yeah, we did.
He'd come over there, I set up, he'd throw me ball out, turn this way, catch, and he was always on point. And I always thought after we do that before game, it was gonna be on. Yep.
Well, got me right. Game ready.
My guy.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
Love you, man.
Love you too, man. Yep. No doubt. Can't get a picture of the wife?
Yeah, come on.